Welcome YouTube, Bobby G here. Thanks for joining me. Today I want to show you part 2 of my Malawi Cichlid Aquarium pH. My optimal quest for the proper pH. In my last video I had shared with you that I had originally used pool filter sand as a substrate, and I was having a problem keeping my pH up. So I added one bag, a 15-pound bag of Caribsea Arag-Alive in hopes that that would help maintain my pH. Well, as it turned out, it really had very little effect on it, and therefore today I'm going to continue. I'm going to remove a large portion, if not all, of this substrate, and what I'm going to be using is this Caribsea Complete Live Aragonite, and I have both the white sand and black to have a bit of a mixture. So let's get started with the project. I'm going to start by removing about a quarter of the water. I'm going to leave quite a bit of the water for this reason. When I remove this the current sand and replace it with the new Complete, the water is obviously going to be very cloudy, and so if I leave the water in it, this is what I'm thinking anyways, and I put the new sand in, then it will give me an opportunity to then do a water change and remove the water down to about 20% remaining. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that this is fairly common for me, that it won't be a shock to the fish to have an 80% water change. And yeah, so we'll see if that theory plays out very well or not. And well, let's continue. Alright, well, let's start removing the sand. Got my trusty beer pitcher here. Okay, that's going to be it for that. Alright, let's pour this sand in. I'm just going to lift that whole bag, set it in the water. I think this might be the easiest way to get it out of the bag. Oh, there's quite a cloud of dust coming out of the bag. Alright, this bag, I'm just going to try to dump it in from the top. We'll see if that's quicker and easier. Ah, yes it is. Yes, that was much easier. And I'm hoping the fish have X-ray vision, because I don't think they can see too much. And the last bag is a bag of black. And the black, although it's said to be the same size granule, 0.5 to 1.5 millimeter. I'm pretty sure it's coarser, and what that means is it will naturally sit on the top. I'm hoping I don't have too much black in there. At this point, I'm really glad that I decided to do the majority of the water change after I added the sand. As you can see, or as you can't see, we can't see more than about an inch through that water. So let's drain it down. All right, I'll grab my my safe and my Cichlid lake salt. For the safe, I use just slightly less than 1/8 of a teaspoon. All right, so while that's filling, I'm going to place my rocks back in. And we'll throw the plants back in there. Always when I do a fill, generally before I start filling it, so I don't forget, but I forgot, I use a water sensor, and I place it so that the pickup is at the top of the aquarium. That way, if I forget and get busy doing something else, I don't end up with a flood. You can buy these on Amazon. They're super cheap. You get 3 for about less than $35. That's in Canada. So I think they're well worth the money, and they're super loud. Well, it's getting close to being full. I'm going to let it fill up to the point that it touches the water sensor to give you an idea of how loud it is. Although I don't think the sound is quite the same on the video. It literally scares the crap out of my dogs. So they don't look like they're ready because they don't know what's coming. But here we go. They're very sensitive. If I just touch my finger across, if it's wet, my finger's wet, it'll set it off again. So I said earlier we're going to find out how quickly this clears. Of course, for everybody's situation, it would be different. It would hugely depend on the amount of filtration that you have on your system and how many gallons per hour you're processing. We've heard other guys talk about, the magic number being somewhere between 5 and 10 times the gallons per hour rating on your filters is a good target. I'm certainly sitting up close to the 10 point. I think it's actually over, and so this obviously will help clear the tank quicker than if I had, let's just say the one single Fluval 305 on it. But not only that, I also have a Fluval FX4, which is going to greatly aid in clearing it. So I'm going to let you watch through this, and of course I will time lapse it so you don't have to watch too long, and we'll see what it's like over the next hour or so. In the meantime, what I'm going to do while this is clearing is I am going to watch YouTube. I love watching YouTubers, all related to fish, and this is where I learn most of everything that I know. So let's go learn some more. So here we are. We're at the 1 hour mark now. Obviously it's cleared a fair amount. At this point I think I'm going to go ahead and use the clarifiers. I've watched some YouTube videos and I've done some reading. There's some reputable YouTubers in this hobby that have shared some videos on this, and therefore I feel like it's safe to do, so I'm going to do that. At the same time, I'm going to stir the bottom up again, and I expect it will get worse. Well, here we are after another hour, and I think things are looking quite good. I'm certain over the course of the day this will clear right up, and I'll show you the results later today. Here we are about 5 hours later. It's clearing up. I would imagine by tomorrow morning it should be crystal clear again. Alright, welcome back. Here we are almost exactly 24 hours after, and it looks to me like the water's cleared up. I'm not sure if it's quite as clear as it was before. It may still have a little ways to go, but I don't know that it's all that bad. So now it just comes down to continuing to check the pH on it. So far it looks like good results. I have a pH of 7.6, which before it was 7.4, and so we'll see if that holds there, whether it goes up at all on its own, and if it does just simply hold there or go down, then I will add more aragonite. So there you have it. I will follow up with part 3. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and share. And as always, make your today fantastic.